Hey guys, how's it going? It's Larry the Batman fan here. I'm back with another video. I know I've shown off my DVD collection on my old channel, but with this new channel I'm going to re-show you guys everything that I have. I'm still a little sick, so you may hear me blow my nose from time to time. I'm sorry about that, guys. But, I want to film some videos here, so just bear with me. Sorry. Anyways, let me get into it. I'll show you guys what I got. You probably can't see this. Let me pull it out. I got Dredd, also known as Judge Dredd. Not the old one with Stallone. I have this on Blu-ray. I bought a couple of Blu-ray movies because the PS5 is supposed to be able to play them. But there's some sort of region lock thing going on with it. So I'm not sure what that's about. Why can't you just pop it in and play it? Why do they have to, like, download some shit or something and then be able to play it? I don't get it. And I don't know why that they're region locked. These are American movies. All that is Let the Bullets Fly, which I haven't watched. I have not watched Judge Dredd either. G-Force and War. I haven't watched any of them. I have seen G-Force when it first came out in the theater, and I thought it was pretty good for a kid's movie. They're like these little mice critters that are secret agents. It was decent for a kid's film. But I never did see War, Let the Bullets Fly, or Judge Dredd. Also, my taste in movies is action, comedy, war, animation, and occasionally horror and sci-fi. But not really too much horror because I'm Christian. But there's a few. Anyways, back into the video here. Ticker with Steven Seagal and Nas. And Sizemore, whatever the guy's name is. Tom Sizemore or something. That was pretty good. Basically an action movie about these guys trying to defuse a bomb from a terrorist. 28 days later, I just watched this movie again. And loved it again. Watched it last night. Very good zombie movie. The main protagonist is pretty likable. Jim. These are all the bootlegs I collected over the years. I'm gonna pull them out. Hang on a second. Gotta put the camera down for this. I had a lot more, but the bootlegs, but I threw them out because they're pretty much duplicates. There was a guy that would sell them to me all the time. Back in from the years of 2010 to 2020, before he shut down his business. I know. That guy was kind of a douchebag anyways. So. But anyways, I'll show you guys what I have here. Uh-oh. Don't want this falling over. Oh, great. Okay. Sorry for the delay. My stack was about to fall over. So I got Black Widow here. Black Widow is excellent. Thought it was a very good movie. This guy used to sell these things for one for $5 or 6 for 20. This was one of the last times I did business with him. Ended up getting this and 5 other movies. Logan Lucky. kind of boring at times, but it was still somewhat enjoyable. Not exactly the most funny either. This was listed as a comedy, but there was only one or two parts where I actually chuckled. The majority of the film I did not laugh, so I didn't think it was amazing. But for a racing movie, it wasn't too bad. Suburbicon, never watched it. Had it for a long time, never watched it. Oh good God, this movie's terrible. Death Note, the movie. This movie sucked. The reason this movie sucked with Nat Wolff is because they changed so much in this movie. I mean, they even changed Light Yagami's name to Light Turner in this movie, and that L character that was white in the cartoon, he's black in this movie, which didn't make a lot of sense because it doesn't follow the comic strips at all. It doesn't follow the TV show at all. And his girlfriend in the movie, Nisa, it's actually Mia in this movie. Other than the William Dafoe character, this movie really falls flat. It's really not that great. Birth of the Dragon remake, not as good of a remake as the original. The original is a lot better, to be honest with you. Origin Wars I thought was pretty good. It's like a alien outbreak going on, and these two soldiers are basically trying to lead a group of survivors to safety. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Wasn't too bad for a sci-fi action. Marshall, not bad. Question of Faith. I actually never watched this movie. I've had it for years and never watched it. It's probably a religious film, which I don't mind religious films because I am religious. But I do have to say that sometimes religious movies are kind of boring. Not all of them, but some of them are. The Lego Ninjago movie, very good. Very creative. This is going to take a couple parts, just so you guys know. I have quite a few movies. The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. Not bad for an animated film. Never saw the first one. Only saw the second one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, very good. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's going to be a blast. It's one of the only movies besides the Super Mario Brothers movie, John Wick Chapter 4, and the Indiana Jones movie that I actually care about this year. It's Cocaine Bear, and Winnie the Pooh horror film, and Scream 6, and some of these other films that are coming out, these romance flicks, they don't appeal to me. Batman vs. Harley Quinn, very good animated film. He teams up with Harley Quinn for a little while in this movie. Hold on a second. Wonder wasn't too bad. It's basically about this kid trying to fit in. He's got a family, a mom, a dad, and a sister. The only problem is that he has a deformed face. So there are kids that like to bully him and pick on him. He's got one friend in the movie. It's good if you like family films. I don't mind family films. It was an alright film. Had some good morals in it about not bullying others and treating people with respect. and also had forgiveness going on in the movie too. Had a lot of Christian morals. Blade Runner 2049. I actually forgot I had this, but for a movie that came out like 2016, 2017, it was actually pretty good. These days, it's rare to get a good movie or a good sequel, but this was pretty good. Despicable Me 3, very funny. So I'm gonna try and breeze through some of these guys, not say too much. The Hurricane Heist, I actually forgot I had this. Pretty good hurricane movie. Kidnapped, a very suspenseful movie, but very good. I highly recommend that. If you like Halle Berry and you like suspenseful movies. The Expatriate, not amazing. Honestly, it could have been better. Could have had a lot more action in the film. And there's one scene where there's like a sex scene in it, and then after that, just like two of them talking, and they fight like two dudes at the end, or three dudes, and then that's it. Could have had more action, honestly. Thor Ragnarok, very good. Actually, better than the second one. And I think it's better than the first one. Fourth one I haven't watched, Love and Thunder. Unfallen, never watched. War for the Planet of the Apes, excellent movie, very good. And The Darkest Hour, Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, sorry. I stumbled on my words. Give me a second. Sucks having a cold here, folks. Filming and got a cold. The show must go on. Okay. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Not too bad. I didn't think it was bad. My friend Joseph hated this sequel. He thought the first one was a lot better, but I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. I thought it was pretty good. No Time to Die, 007. Definitely not Pierce Brosnan's best film. It was better in Quantum of Solace and Skyfall and Spectre. But I get it. He had to retire. He's done with James Bond. He's not making any more James Bond. It's probably going to go to somebody else now. But for his character, they made him very feminine. And they made him like a fucking joke. And they really could have done a lot better, to be honest. But the action scenes in it was good, and it made sense why he was trying to save his wife and his kid from that terrorist organization. So it did have some good things about it, but it did have a few annoying things, like James Bond being so feminine in it, and that's really not what James Bond is. He's supposed to be very masculine and very sexy towards the women. Zone Drifter, never watched it. Megalodon Rising, the sequel, second one. Pretty crappy shark movie, actually. Jungle Cruise, that was very good. That one you'd be really surprised was actually a pretty good movie. You wouldn't think it would be because it's Disney related with Dwayne Johnson, and he's only been in like 2 Disney related films, this and The Game Plan, but it was pretty good. G.I. Joe Snake Eyes, not too bad. Batman The Long Haul Part 2, I also have Part 1 in here. Here's Part 1. You know what's the funny thing about this series here? One of them is rated PG-13 and the other one is And I don't understand why. Because Batman is a superhero, so why would he be R? He's not overly violent like the Punisher. So why did they rate one R on the other one PG-13? I just don't understand that. Part 2 is R. I think it was just R because it was a bit more violent than the first. There was also some language in both of these movies, but I don't understand. They both should have been PG-13 in my opinion. Oh, Space Jam 2, A New Legacy. What a disappointing movie. This was not funny. It was really whack. You know, LeBron James is not as good as Michael Jordan in the first one. Michael Jordan did a way better job in this film. And the premise is basically the same exact thing as the first film. So instead of us really getting a good sequel, we got a piss poor sequel. And I tell you, it sucks. There was nothing really funny in this movie other than shoot the ball. And it's like, come on, where's the humor? Looney Tunes is supposed to make you laugh. Looney Tunes is one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, and it was not funny. Just disappointing. Cruella. You know, surprisingly, Emma Watson did a pretty good job as Cruella. You never would have thought that she would have done a very good job, but she did. And that other lady that played Cruella, I forget her name, but remember, she's from 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians. The only difference really is that this movie's PG-13 for the violence, and the original two were rated G. But she did a very good job as Cruella. I am really surprised. This has been out, this is now 2 years old, but good job. Bravo, Emma Watson. She played a very, very good role as Cruella. And if they do make a sequel, put Emma Watson back in it. Don't put Reese Witherspoon or Jennifer Aniston or anything like that in there. Put her back in the movie series. Quiet Place Part 2. This movie got some hate for not being as scary as the first one. But, you know, I get they had to go a different direction than the first one. And overall, I didn't think it was a bad horror movie. It was pretty good. Fast and Furious 9, 6. The Fast and Furious 9, 9, I meant. This movie sucks. This was horrible. The Fast and Furious franchise has been dead since Fast and Furious 7, in my opinion. And then Infinite, which wasn't a bad Mark Wahlberg movie, but it's certainly no shooter, that's for sure. Alright, we got more. Yes, we got plenty more bootlegs to show. Like I said, folks, this is going to take a couple parts. I think I'll show y'all this part, and then we'll go to part 2. But I gotta blow my nose again. Gosh. Alright, we got No Beast So Fierce. Never watched it. The Mountain Between Us. I don't really like romance movies, but there's no denying that this was a pretty good romance film. IP Man, or Ip Man as they call it. Very good action movie. Lots of ass kicking. A lot of fun. Definitely recommend that. And then there's also IP Man 2, 3, and 4, which I also do have. Oh, the Black Panther. I forgot I had this in here. This is pretty good. Sad that Chadwick Boseman, I almost said Bowen, Boseman, B-O-S-E man, died prematurely. So he was only like 5 or 6 movies and then just died. Unfortunate. Never saw the sequel, but I thought the first one was pretty good. Most people liked the Black Panther movie. The Early Man, very funny cartoon animation movie. Lego Batman the movie, DC Superheroes Unite. I got this movie for like 50 cents. Can't beat that for 50 cents. And it's not bad either. The Wall, which is missing the disc. But The Wall was really good. Good war film. What can I say about The Wall? Well, I will say that at one point in the movie it was kind of slow going because there was like 4 soldiers and only one of them was still alive. So he was kind of trying to figure his way out. And it was like he got shot, but he was still alive. He was still trying to figure out how he was going to get out of that situation because he was basically pinned down in I think Afghanistan or some Israeli country. And so he had to figure out a way to contact some U.S. soldiers to help him out. So, but it wasn't so easy. But it was pretty good, a good war film. I liked it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, very good Pirates of the Caribbean, but please do not make another one. Retire the franchise. The Dark Tower, it was okay. Not like an amazing sci-fi action movie, but it wasn't bad either. Basically, the premise is that he's trying to save this boy's life who holds the power to the future, and this guy is trying to kill him, basically. That's the premise of it. Batman, Shadows of Gotham, very good. Batman versus Two-Face. I think that was Adam West's last Batman film before he died. Very good. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, one of the few R-rated animated films where he fights Jack the Ripper. Wasn't bad. Cars 3 was okay. Never saw the other 2 Cars movies, but Cars was an okay movie. The Look-alike, never saw that. The Rift sucks. Jet Li, The One, not bad. Blood Money is really good. Good action movie. Paddington 2, very good family movie. It's actually better than the first one. Legend of Ben Hall, never watched it. And then Headlock, which I had watched and it bored me. It was fucking boring. So I turned it off. And yeah, so that we're at 23 minutes, so I'm going to go to part 2. So I'll catch you guys in part 2. Bye.